Not throwing in a towel. You know, the Donnelly campaign knows that they are down right now, but this is exactly where they thought they would be at this point. They say they still have a chance because some of the Democratic strongholds, including Porter County, LaPorte County, and Stark County, still have not come in. As many of these business owners try to pick up the pieces, they're going to have to do so with little or no insurance. Amanda, one man I spoke to who works for that landscaping company, says that company started with 2 rakes and a shovel, and it looks like it may have to start that way again. You bet. This was a day just choked up with emotion for a lot of these soldiers. While they were away in Iraq, they dismissed so many things back home. Moments like their kids taking their first step. The snow is so deep in parts of Michigan City here that people literally have to get around with the snow up to their knees. You know, these are the westbound lanes right here. As you can see, they are moving pretty well. They were just reopened about a half hour ago, but there's still one lane behind us on the eastbound side that is still closed down. Very close call. You know, he's doing okay right now. A little shaken up, we understand, which is very understandable after being fired at 4 times. But during the firefight, neighbors say some of the bullets strayed and hit their homes, putting them right in the middle of a shootout.
Well, I just was sitting in my front room watching TV, and I heard some gunshot, like blah, 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 blah.
A sound very common in this South Bend community.
I hear it every night.
Except this time, it was different.
It was as close as they've ever been, so that was freaky.
That's because neighbors on the 700 block of North Diamond found themselves in the middle of a shootout between police and an armed gunman.
We ran upstairs in my room because my room is farther away from the back door. Windows. And we got on the floor.
Police say they were trying to arrest Floyd Jordan, who was threatening people with a gun. But Jordan took off down this alley. That's when police gave chase, running after Jordan, until they say he turned around and fired 4 shots at an officer.
It was real close to where our bedroom window is. We can hear it right there, so it was loud.
Police say 7-year veteran Scott Severance, seen here nearly 5 years ago, was able to avoid the bullets by taking cover before returning fire himself.
My son looked out the window and he said he seen like a big ball of flame. Must have been a gun.
Those shots, apparently by police, missed the gunman and instead wound up in this woman's house and car.
I need to get out this area. I'm ready to get out this area.
Police were finally able to tackle Jordan in this alley, but too close for many who watched the violence play out from their bedroom windows.
Only an idiot would do that, take a shot at a police officer, because you're asking for big trouble. You know, not only your life jeopardized, but someone else's at the same time. You do big time for that.
And doing time is what police are hoping for. Right now, Floyd Jordan is being held in the St. Joseph County Jail. He is charged right now, Amanda, with attempted murder, resisting arrest, and
We win, baby!
It was one of the greatest comeback wins Notre Dame fans have seen.
It was awesome, man!
80,000 screaming fans were expected to lift up this Irish team that had a lot of question marks after last week's loss.
Yeah!
That home field advantage, many feel, turned out to be one of the decisive factors in this game.
It's about time the fans showed up for a game and played well.
And so did the Irish. After a rough first half that saw Notre Dame fall behind early, this team took control of the game in the third quarter. It brought this crowd back into the game.
I knew we had it in us. We brought it on.
This huge win erases many doubters and brings back the loyalty in a team that had seemed to have tarnished.
I expect this from Notre Dame every week, but it was unbelievable, and we're happy.
This Irish team was said to have no chance against Michigan, but in the end, the Irish had something sacred on their side.
Irish luck.
And that luck was golden today. 28 carats, that is, that even captured a few unlikely fans.
She came here as a Michigan fan, and now she coming out as an Irish fan.
The power of a team now is experienced by everybody here before they walked off into the sunset.
Chain comes off here.
Justin Yoder and his dad Myron are gearing up for a road test of their life.
But that's why you do your training, right? You find out the weaknesses.
With the help of power bars and a Walkman, these road warriors will bike across the country from Goshen to the ocean to finance continuing studies in American Sign Language at Goshen College.
Gloves are very important.
But what makes this story so remarkable is how the two are arming themselves for this feat.
You got a wide turn, go ahead.
Since Justin is paralyzed from the waist down, this trip will have to be done entirely by hand, using hand-powered bikes.
Most people usually don't do this, even with their legs. So when you're a guy like me who can't really do a lot of sports and stuff, it really makes me feel good that I found something I can do and enjoy doing.
On the road, each turn of the wheel for Dad will also be in sync with his sons. Myron may not be disabled, but he will be arming himself with the same type of hand bike his son will be using. Myron says he wants to feel the same sense of accomplishment.
So I borrowed this bicycle from a friend, and it took some getting used to. But after you do some training, it is possible, but there's a big difference between this muscle and this muscle.
This trek across the country will roll out on Saturday, taking 3 weeks to complete. Myron and Justin will be mostly using back roads and farm country as their backdrop as they make their way to Delaware on June 26th.
Shortest days are going to be around 30 or 40 miles out in the mountains in Pennsylvania.
A father and son affair, cranking it up for the love of each other and for the love of sign language while on the road.
Hey, wait for me.
Joe Hamilton, WSBT News 22.
And don't consider this rain. These are tears of heaven. Memorials are supposed to have this. Richard